Welcome to episode 104 of Let's Play Civilization 3 Play the World. Alright, this is our third video on this one single turn. That is very important because it's a turn in which we've been fighting back against these Germans. Now what I'm doing here is looking around for any spare tanks I can find and waking them up, because we are sure to be moving ahead here with our defense, which will soon become an offense, because we're going to take this war to the Germans very soon as we possibly can. So now everyone's been waking up. Some of these guys have just been sitting around since the era of the Mongol War, which, interestingly enough, in game years, wasn't that long ago, but in video time was about almost half the series ago. Kind of interesting how that works. Don't want to wank too many tanks from these cities because of a chance of culture flipping and if the Chinese decide to attack them. So, remember, this is a large stack of units, including mini artillery. So I'm seeking to take them before the turn is up. That way all those artillery will be under my control. Okay. Send this other guy after him. Alright, I don't want to move all my artillery out of here because, I'm still at war with the Chinese. And besides, I'm going to be getting a whole bunch of new ones once I take these down. It's quite possible the Germans underestimated me. But we all know about their failed efforts to get a spy into our empire from the last few videos. So I don't think they know the size of our army. Our spy in Germany is a very valuable asset, and I don't want to give that up easily. What I'm doing now is setting a rallying point, something I haven't done up to this point in the game, but the function was there all along. What it pretty much means is that whenever a new unit is built from that city, or built from the city, it will be sent to the rallying point. That way, if I set all my major producing cities to send tanks there, I will have a big load of tanks every turn that I can easily direct together and know exactly how many I have. It'll just make things easier, especially since we're going to be wanting to bridge this divide to Germany. Alright, so moving our tanks right along. Still attacking those guys. And yes, there we go. 5 artillery. Excellent. So I'm taking all 5 of them and just moving them right along here. Yes. And I actually do believe we have now managed to clear out all the attacking German forces. It only took us 2.5 videos to do it, but we've done it. So all that's left to do now is to move more troops up there into a defensive position and prepare for the Germans to come on their turn, and then get ready to take the battle back to Germany when it gets back to us. Alright, so I was almost going to clear that guy out, but decided against it. He's up on a mountain. Let him try to attack my city and see what happens to him. Alright, fortify there. Have some workers I need to take care of. Some injured tanks that I let there. Gonna have them repaired. Because pretty soon we're gonna be on the offensive again. I mean, being on the defensive is fun, but needless to say, being on the offensive is much more fun. Alright, so I'm having a lot of these tanks just wait for later. There's going to be a lot more injured tanks to move next turn because they were involved in battles this turn. 2 battles. And thereby they are stranded. So, moving them all around. Yep, not much need to keep tanks in the Mongol Empire. The former Mongol Empire, that is. Their citizens have long been resigned to the fact that the Mongol Empire is gone and will never be resurrected. And the good thing about having railroads everywhere is that if someone does try to launch a sneak attack at that area, I can simply reroute tanks instantly and have them come over to deal with the problem. Alright, so sending my new battleship over to there to create an annoyance for the Germans. Alright, let's just shoot at him there. I don't think I really want to bother attacking him. Alright, and we'll bomb him as well. There we go. He's been bombed. We'll bomb the capital one more time because we can. Alright, and set him to protect the skies. Very good. Yeah, not much need for him to be in that city anymore. So, 2 guys there, alright. Well, it's the end of our turn. And the Germans are shooting at our poor little destroyer that's sitting there. And here we go again. Their tanks are coming. And they're going to be picking off our guys. Now you see there seems to be their main road of attack. So we're going to try to damage that on our next turn if we can. Yes, several things will have to happen. Alright, well there they come. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're getting a worker lost. Another tank blown up. Yeah, these guys will just have to be cleared out on our next turn before we plan to do anything offensive. Yeah, this war might be a tug-of-war game for a while, going forward and back and forward and back, but that's alright. And here come yet more troops. Their production capability is pretty large, so we're going to have to really ramp up the pressure to defend against them. Alright. Well, the Chinese have destroyed some improvements, but again, I'm not too concerned about that. Chinese really aren't that much of a threat to us. Alright, more tanks. Well, that just about wraps it up for this episode, in which we've actually managed to advance to a new turn. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you all join us for episode 105, in which we take the battle back to the Germans. So long.